Hello everyone, I am Chase at Rocky Mountain ATVMC coming at you with the Air EXT foot pegs from Fastway. Alright, so today we're taking a closer look at the Air EXT foot peg coming from Fastway. So Fastway is a company that is known for making very high quality aftermarket parts and accessories, and they make a lot of cool foot pegs. We carry several of their foot pegs here at Rocky Mountain, and what I like about them is that they're all adjustable. You can adjust the height, the traction, and the camber of all their foot pegs. And obviously with the Air EXT, the big standout feature that everyone's going to be looking at is going to be their ankle saver technology. We're going to talk more about that here in just a minute. But before we get to that, let's talk about construction. Okay, these are made from CNC machine 2024 billet aluminum. So very high quality aluminum, also very, very lightweight. The set total weighs less than a pound, so really nice. Also, bigger platform. I'm a big fan of aftermarket foot pegs. I like the bigger platform. I like to have just that planted, kind of glued feeling to the bike. With these, front to back, they're gonna be 2.25 inches, and then the width is gonna be 3.25, so it's gonna be bigger than just about all your stock foot pegs that are on the market. Now, as I mentioned earlier, they have a lot of adjustability, which is something that these are known for. That's coming from Fastway. I like that they do it. First one is traction. So with each set of foot pegs, okay, the cleats that you see here, they're not gonna come installed. Rather, they're gonna give you two sets. You're gonna have a set of 12mm cleats and 10mm cleats. And they're gonna give you enough of each to completely fill up each foot peg. So what this allows you to do is just adjust the traction and put it where you want it. So for example, with this set that I have here, all the ones on the base, on the main part of the foot peg, are all 12mm, but then here in the back where the ankle saver is, those are 10mm. And you could do that up here at the top. You could do the 10mm in the front and do the 12mm out here on the side if you want a little more grip on the outside of the boot. It's totally just rider preference, but it's cool that they give you that ability. The other adjustability is going to be with height. So what they actually have is when you go to install these, you're going to have these pins, okay, and they're going to have these collars. And with this, you have the option to either have it going the collar up, or you can have the collar facing down when you install the foot peg. So with the collar on top, that's going to put it in pretty much a standard height. It's going to be a little bit different per bike, but with the collar down, that will actually lower the foot peg about 8 to 10mm. So for taller riders, that's a big bonus. And the third adjustability that you have is with the camber. And by camber, I mean typically when you have a foot peg on the bike, it's going to be completely level with the ground. But with these, you can have it to where it actually tilts up just a little bit. And the reason that riders like that is it gives them a little bit better feeling of being able to grip the bike and squeeze with their knees. Again, it's rider preference, but you do have that option to adjust that. And the way you do that is really simple. So they have what they call their fit kit, and this comes included with every set of foot pegs. But it actually is just right here. So you have this bolt that screws into the bottom of the foot peg, and this bolt is really what's going to be interfacing and touching the frame of the bike. And you're also going to see you have these washers. So depending on how many washers you put on here, and then when you put this bolt and you screw it back in, that will adjust the tilt or the camber of the foot peg. So you can play with that and kind of see what setting you think is best. So again, you can have it just to a base standard setting that you're going to have with any foot peg, or again, you can have it tilt up just a little bit. So really cool that Fastway is giving you all that adjustability. But the last feature that we got to talk about, and this is really cool, very unique foot peg, is obviously going to be this ankle saver technology. But with the ankle saver, you can see it's just an extension that comes off the back of the foot peg, and it is tilted down just a little bit. And really the whole reason it's there is just like the name says, to help save your ankles. So if you were to overshoot or jump, it's just going to give you some added support to the back so you're not hinging so much in the ankle joint. It's just going to take away a lot of that load. Now I know a lot of riders ask the question, well, what happens if you're trying to go through a big set of whoops or you're going through a deep rut? Do these get in the way? Do you notice it? And I can tell you from my experience, because I have ridden with these, you honestly don't even really notice that this is here until you need it. See, when I notice it the most, if I'm at a track and I'm riding, I really don't even know it's there. Unless there's a big set of whoops and I'm gonna start pounding through those and I'm really leaning off the back of the bike, that's when I notice it, because I feel like I can get a little bit more leverage and just a little bit more support in the back of the boot. So I'm a big fan of it. Or if you're an off-road rider and you like to go out and hit some big sand whoops, any sort of that riding, I think it really does come in handy. And yes, on those bigger landings, if you overshoot or undershoot something, it is going to help take away that impact and give some more support to the ankle. And the last thing, because I know this is a concern that a lot of riders talk about, is, well, what happens in a rut? If it's a real deep rut, is it going to drag? I personally never even notice it. I never had any issues with the back of this dragging in a rut, getting in the way. Honestly, like I said, you don't even know it's there, but in those times when you need it, it's there, and that's why people like these foot pegs so much. And there it is. That is the Air EXT foot peg coming from Fastway. Really cool design, good looking foot peg, very lightweight. And again, if you're looking for some added support for your ankles, well, I would definitely put these at the top of your list. If you guys have any questions, you can comment below, give us a call, or chat live online. And to pick yours up, you can click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. You can see a couple different colorways, silver and also a black, and they are machine specific. So when you are picking yours up, just make sure you enter the make, the model, and the year of your bike, and that's going to get you set up and good to go. And last thing I will point out when it comes to installing the cleats, they are going to include some Loctite, some thread locker. Make sure you use that. You do not want to install these pins without that. They have the chance of rattling coming out. So no excuses because it comes included. So make sure you use that when you're putting these on. I'm Chase here at Rocky Mountain, and we'll see you on the trails.